Okay, we're here today with concerned citizens of North Canton. On the your right, as you're viewing this, is the president, Jamie McCleister, and on the left is Miriam Ballman. Miriam, do you have an official title with?
No.
Okay.
And technically, I don't have an official title either, just a spokesman. So. Yeah.
Okay, and there are other members. Am I correct? Other than the two of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And we're here today to talk about the recent decision by Stark County Court of Common Pleas Judge John Haas on a declaratory judgment action filed by the city of North Canton on an effort, a very successful effort, to have an ordinance passed by the electorate of North Canton with respect to compensation of council members in the form of health care insurance. And Judge Haas said and agreed with North Canton officials that the ordinance was invalid because under the Charter of North Canton, the only way that the ordinance can be passed on remuneration matters, compensation matters, is by council itself. Do I have that right, folks?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. And disappointed, I take, in turn, President McCleister.
Well, disappointed and I guess you could say happy at once. We were not part of the initial committee or group of individuals who seeked to have this put on the ballot. We were merely the group that found that council was not obeying or following the wishes of their constituents. So we'd asked all along that they go for a declaratory judgment or some sort of a ruling. So we're happy in those regards, although we're disappointed in the fact that it has gone in this direction, which really, quite honestly, is against the wishes of the voters, and it's disappointing in those regards.
And Ms. Ballman?
I feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that's one judge's opinion. I understand that the resident that initially did the initial ordinance petition is going to appeal it. So now it'll go before 3 judges to get their opinion. And what I understand is the judge based his opinion on a case law that the ordinance against the charter never even made it to the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the ordinance that the petition was filed went through actually 3 law directors and the Board of Elections, and nobody thought anything was the matter.
And was passed by
the voters.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it seems like there's a little bit of a difference between the case law that was quoted to make the decision and the North Canton case.
And I, of course, have read the judge's decision several times. And it seems to me that perhaps it would have been wise not to criticize the author of the legislation, Mr. Osborne, but perhaps maybe the first order of business might have been to amend the charter itself to make it crystal clear that the electorate has the right to control an ultimate question, the compensation that North Canton public officials, elected and unelected, receive. Is that a fair statement?
That is.
Yep.
And the judge did say in his decision that it can be fixed by a charter amendment.
And I have been in correspondence with Mr. Osborne, and he tells me, and of course you speak for yourself, that you folks, concerned citizens of North Canton, may be considering such an amendment.
We've talked about it, but nothing's been decided.
No.
Okay, so that's a possibility. And anything specific being planned by the concerned citizens of North Canton in response to the judge's decision?
Well, nothing specific, and to be honest with you, as we were not the ones that had initially filed this legislation or authored this legislation to be put on the ballot, it is, but it isn't our fight. We're here looking after the residents of North Canton and wanting their voice to be heard. But truthfully, we weren't the ones who initially started this, so that might be more a question to ask.